Alright boys, welcome back. Let's see where we're at. So, sitting a little bit in the season here. Just probably halfway through the season, just before the trade deadline here. Just after the All-Star break, about 48 games in. Team's doing pretty well. Expansion team, third in the division, not too bad. Team leader in points, 45, 48 games, it's not too bad. Rest of the league though, they're a little bit better. Obviously guys like Connor McDavid, they're killing it right now. Up there at the top, 63 and 48 games. It's pretty solid, pretty on point production with how the actual season's going. So I think it's pretty good. I think this team is doing pretty well so far. I'm kind of happy with it. See where the actual team's looking like. Here's the lineup. Just a quick run through. I went through this last time. This, Thomas Vanek, Sammy Blais, Andre Kasha, first line, pretty solid, +5. Playing, basically like 87, 85, 84, and 86. Playing much better than what they actually are, so that's the reason the team's doing pretty good. And on defense, Adam Larson, Ryan McDonough, Giordano, Niskanen, Fleury, McCaution. The team's pretty decent. Especially on the back end, pretty solid there. And in goal, we got Tristan Jarry, Thatcher Demko. The boys are doing pretty well here. And yeah, team's looking pretty solid. I'm happy with it so far. We got a couple draft picks from the expansion draft. Got lucky with one of them, traded with Buffalo, and ended up picking up a nice first round pick there. So hopefully that turns into a top 3 pick. Maybe we get lucky, win the draft lottery, and we'll just have a spare first round pick, so it'll be pretty good for next year. We got a couple good prospects in the pipeline, and I'm pretty excited about the team, going forward. So I'm just gonna finish out this season sim here, see how we finish up, and then quickly run through the playoffs. I don't need to make any more trades right now. I think the team's in a pretty good spot, so I'm just gonna sim through this first season, kind of get it over with, and hopefully we can run into next season pretty quick, pretty strong, and maybe win a Stanley Cup here or there. Ooh, I do not like that trade at all. I don't need any more top 6 talent. My team's already playing pretty well at that spot, so I'm gonna say no to that one. Quick one win, one loss, another win there. So pretty average. Ooh, interesting trade there. Nothing too crazy. Prospect for a solid second pair defenseman. Couple picks going each way. Pretty decent. Ooh, again, not really feeling that trade. Don't want that big contract for 1 year because I have Zajac who's already producing. So no, I'm gonna say no to that one again. It's pretty even trade, but I'd rather have my guy locked up than have to worry about signing him in the off season. Ooh, couple losses in a row. Not a big fan of that, but another big trade. Ooh, prospect and a Vlasic for 2 first rounders and a prospect. Wow, that's a big trade right there. Okay, San Jose, Colorado. That'll be an interesting matchup come playoff time. See how that plays out. Looks like Colorado's really stacking up for the playoff run. San Jose is kind of basically like real life. They're kind of throwing assets out the window a little bit. So back on track of the win there. See how we play against Toronto. Ooh, another big trade here. Okay, defense Mark Stone's not the better one, but a lot of picks going each way. Austin Zarnik and jeez, okay. It's just a lot of things going each way. Not a whole lot of depth. Just basically players and picks, just swapping sides. That's about it. Okay, all right, another decent trade. Interesting choice here. I guess the Islanders are trying to load up on D, and Minnesota's really needing that top 6 talent with Anders Lee. But I'd say that's a pretty fair trade. I think that's pretty even. Jared Spurgeon probably is going to produce pretty well on the back end for the Islanders, and Minnesota's going to really need that top 6 there. geez, a whole lot of trades flying just before the deadline here. Frost for Vakanainen. Jeez, okay. John Moore going the other way for a third. Alright, okay. Interesting choice by Boston to throw out Vakanainen. I'm pretty sure he's one of their better defenseman prospects, so I guess they wanted another forward prospect. I mean, they don't really need anyone right now, but I guess it is an interesting choice by them. We'll see how that one plays out. Team's doing, pretty decent still. Pretty average, 1 win, 1 loss, couple wins, couple losses. Interesting. I'm concerned about something. Why is my coach mad? This is usually the way I go, hopefully. Yeah. I'll just let him think I'm going to do something. His morale will go up. So much easier. There we go. Another trade. Ooh, Brody for a first. Tobias Reeder as well, going the other way. Interesting. Okay. Let's see how many more we get in this last week before trade deadline pops up. Oh, geez. Joe Thornton going to Florida with Dell as well. I mean, Florida's already got Bobrovsky. I guess he must be doing poorly, or maybe they just want a better backup. I don't know. Getting rid of that first rounder, though, San Jose. Loading up on those first rounders. Wow, okay. Team's still in third in the division. We're still holding steady. Still got a playoff spot, so hopefully that plays out well. Ooh, the Islanders really just threw it out the window. I thought they were just picking up Jared Spurgeon. I thought they were going to try and hit the playoff run. I guess they just want to get rid of Josh Bailey and Hickey, 2 first-rounders. Okay, I guess that's a decent return on those 2 players, but still, I thought they were trying to load up a little bit. Interesting. Yeah, I don't need to make any trades. 30 wins so far in the season. It's pretty decent. I'd like a little bit more here and there, but not going to complain right now. Team's in a pretty good spot. I'm pretty happy with it. Ooh, okay. Brassard in a 4th for 2 prospects and a 7th. Huh. Wow, Islanders are really loading up for a couple years down the road. Jeez. No, I definitely don't want that. I don't want Riley Smith's contract, because I don't need him in my top 6. Niskanen's a pretty reliable guy. I'll probably just let him play out his contract and then let him go in free agency. We'll see how that one goes. See, so much easier when you just kind of promise something, hope it happens, makes it easier. Alright, here we go. Oof, not good. Few losses in a row, don't like to see that. Okay, there we go. Nice shootout win there. Out of a playoff spot at the moment, so I'm really hoping we can kind of pick it up. See what this draft class is looking like. Yep, Lafreniere at the top. Not sure who this Russian guy is, but that's probably going to be my Buffalo pick, depending on, how my draft lottery results pop up. But, Lucas Raymond's taking over Byfield in this spot. Cole Perfetti's still up there. Holtz, Lundell. Still a pretty solid top 10. I would really like Tim Stutzel, but, yeah, we'll see. We'll see when we get there. Strangers could be a nice, 10th overall pick, but I guess it just depends, where my picks end up. Jamie Drysdale would be much nicer, but I don't think EA really likes him in terms of his prospect, potential there. I guess we'll just see when we get to the draft, huh? Alright, another win there. That's what we like to see. Trying to make the playoffs this year. Maybe sneak in an 8th. Okay. Sneak in, like the Kings did a few years back. Sneak in that last spot there and just kind of maybe ride out to the Cup Finals. We'll see. But we're holding steady. It looks like we were going to take that 3rd spot in the division. As long as we can... Oh, wow. Okay. We might not... Oh, thank God we didn't. That's great. Alright. So final playoff push didn't quite work out, but we were pushing. We were right there the whole time. Um, Season didn't finish out terribly. Let's check out these stats here. See, only a couple points off. If we had won a couple more of those games down the stretch, we probably would have been better off. But it's fine. First year, I'm not too upset about it. Like I said, the team is producing much higher than they should have been. So looks like power play is a bit of a concern there. 13.9%. That's definitely the worst in the league. Penalty killed too. Okay, looks like we got some work to do in the off season. Away, we were really good. At home, we kind of weren't. See, 6-4 last 10 games. Definitely could have done better, but I'm not that mad because it looks like we're gonna have a top 3 pick, and our team's still pretty solid for next season. So let's just take a look at the standings here. Wow, Pittsburgh, 117 points. Damn, a lot like Tampa. Let's see how they do in the playoffs here. But if they get swept in the first round, I guess that's another meme for the books. But Colorado right up there with them, 108 points. Philadelphia, maybe they finished out strong like they did in the actual season this year. They're coming in hot. I think they're 9-1 in their last 10 games in real life, so probably why they're up there in the top 3. Tampa, Carolina, wow, a little bit of a shocker. Columbus as well. They're playing much better than what their team might suggest on paper. Edmonton's playing pretty well this year, pretty on point. Florida, a little shocking because that spot's usually for Toronto and that third spot in the division, but it looks like Boston claimed the wild card spot for the Atlantic. San Jose made the playoffs after dropping all those players and picking up all those picks, so I guess they made some pretty decent moves to still make the playoffs and rack up a lot of picks and prospects for the next couple of years. They're going to be a team to watch out for. So let's see. Keep scrolling down. Ooh, Minnesota snuck in. Winnipeg snuck in. Calgary as well. Wow. Man, I was that close. Just a couple points out. I would have been in there. Really could have used a couple more wins down the stretch there. Let's see what we got going on down here at the bottom of the standings. All right, Buffalo. Yep, last place in the league. So that's the pick that I'm hoping I can get a top 3 with that. Win the draft lottery maybe. We'll see how that goes. Thomas Vanek, 87 points, led the team. Pretty solid production out of him because, he's only an 81, but he was playing on that first line with that +5 overall. So he was having a good time. He was playing really well. Andre Kasha as well, 83 and 82. Man, some pretty good production out of that top line, second line players there. Pretty good. Connor McDavid, 123. I mean, what more can you say? It's just one goal shy of 60 goals, and Leon Draisaitl's right there. So these two, just exactly what I could have expected out of these two players. Stamkos playing pretty unreal this season, it looks like. Ovechkin, 57 goals. Just crazy production. I'm hoping that he might play long enough to, actually claim Gretzky's record in this. I mean, that'd be pretty cool to see, but I guess we'll have to keep an eye on that. And then, obviously you got Nate McKinnon here, 104 points. Finally gets that 100-point season he's been fighting for it the last few years, and it looked like this year before, all this stuff is happening, the season's suspended, that he was really going to get there. So good to see him cross that threshold. Would have been nice to see him get 50 though. All right, Malkin, Crosby, yep, usual suspects up here. Landeskog maybe mooching a little bit off McKinnon, but he's a pretty good player, so I'm not surprised by that. Giroux's up there, pretty normal. Nothing crazy up here. Yep, Marchand, Eichel. Yep, and then there's Thomas Vanek, obviously. My team playing way above his pay grade, specifically because of those overall boosters. All right, let's check out this playoff tree here. So a couple first-round matchups. Ooh, Boston's up 1-0 first round already on Pittsburgh. Let's see if they can capitalize on that. If Pittsburgh gets swept, like I said, like Tampa did this past year, and after winning the President's Trophy, man, that'd be funny. I would love to see that. All right, let's sim to the draft here. See how this plays out. And yeah, hopefully we can get some good stuff happening here. playoffs might play out pretty well. See who ends up winning the cup here. My AHL team, obviously, they made the playoffs. Looks like they got bounced in the first round, but maybe not. Maybe they didn't even make the playoffs. I don't know. I got some prospects in the pipeline, and I'm not too concerned about those guys. So, no, let's just let this go. Ooh, looks like Boston did actually beat Pittsburgh. Wow. Okay, we'll have to take a look at that playoff tree then. Florida, man, out of a playoff spot in real life, and they take home the Stanley Cup in first season sim. So, good for them, man. They loaded up pretty well. It looks like. All right, 87 mil on the cap. That makes me feel good. I think they were talking about 88 mil in real life, so pretty accurate. We dropped down to that third spot in the draft. A little sad there. All right, so we got number 3 and number 14. So it looks like we're gonna get at least one elite player in the draft. Maybe Quinn Byfield. Maybe I might see if they want to trade that first overall pick. We'll see what's going on there, and then we're gonna go hopefully getting top 6 forward or top 4D in that 14 spot. Maybe sneak in a lucky medium elite player down mid section of the draft there. But we're gonna take care of that next time. We're gonna take a look here at the playoff tree. See how this actually played out. I'm curious to see. Oh man, no, they pushed it to 7, but they still lost in that first round. Not quite the same, but man, that's 2 years in a row, President's Trophy winners, first round exit. Tough one. Boston went to the conference finals, lost to Florida. Tampa still can't get out of that playoff hump. They're basically, they're the Washington of the old days. Can't really get past that second, third round. They just can't seem to muster up enough wins in the playoffs. But they seem to have swept Columbus this time around. So obviously they rectified the demons of last time, but couldn't quite get past Florida, obviously, because Florida won the cup there. So, oh man, some interesting playoffs. A couple sweeps in there. A couple interesting matchups. Colorado, Florida final. Man, that seems like it'd be a tough one for attendance in Florida. Probably a lot of Colorado fans make their way over there. But looks like I'm gonna stop it there for now, and I'll catch up next time. Do the draft, get the team prepared for next season, and then maybe come back in a couple days and do the free agency as well. Load up the team, getting ready for another playoff run here. So I guess this is what I'm gonna call it. So until next time.